Yo, what's going on? We're able today to drop 20 kills on Alter in a wildcard game. So just figured I'd go over the gameplay with y'all, see what your thoughts are, see if I could drop a few tips for you. But anyway, getting right into it. For the most part, I usually drop in the same location on Cage. I find usually nobody really drops around here. And then you're pretty much guaranteed a weapon as well. And then once I get my guns, I'm just kind of trying to figure out where people are at. This game I've realized people landed up there, so that was kind of the first spot I went to push. But more or less just kind of working my way in towards the center of Cage. I know all the action is kind of in the actual Cage, but as you can see off rip here, we're able to get 3 kills just outside, just by working around the places I kind of seen guys drop at. So we were able to pick up an alternator here, and I gotta say, this gun's gonna be pretty underrated, especially in this game mode. Just a lot of mid-range, close-range fights. Yeah, I think it's a pretty underrated gun. So we end up playing with it for most of this gameplay. I think closer to the end of the game we pick up maybe a gold R301. But yeah, I gotta say this gun is severely underrated. It's so easy to control the recoil. There barely is any recoil on it. It's just a fun gun to use. It's kind of like just an easy gun to use. I do love using the R9. It's probably my favorite gun in this game mode. Just so much close range fighting, but alternator is a really fun gun to use, especially in this game mode. So as you can see, we died there. I mean, sometimes it's just nothing you can do in wildcard. Fighting off 5 people at a time, sometimes it just ain't gonna go your way. But yeah, this is another spot that sometimes I just kind of post up at. Just kind of the same spot I landed. Just try to see, what is going on over there. Can I get some free picks, Sometimes you just see 2 people fighting and you could just steal their kill and then start shooting the other guy because he's already damaged. Just little things like that, you steal some kills. And also I had a ton of fun like grinding Alter. I really wanted to learn how to play Alter. She's pretty meta character right now. Yeah, I gotta say, like, especially wildcard, just being able to loot death boxes. Like, I swear, some games I'm playing like in wildcard and I have like a hemlock and like just like guns that I hate using, and I just feel stuck with them. So playing Alter was just especially fun because you almost get to just choose your loadout, like a Loba. But honestly, her abilities are a lot better than Loba in my opinion. But yeah, overall I'd say just playing slow and smart is kind of where I've had the most success in this game mode. Like, say some games I don't have many kills off the start. I don't find that super important. Because you could just kind of pop off at any given time in wildcard and get a ton of kills. And sometimes, yeah, you just do have to go nuts in wildcard. Sometimes the opportunity's there. You just kill a guy at Thirststone, pick up his orbs, and you just kind of keep stringing together kills. Those are the most fun times playing this game mode, to be honest with you. But yeah, I kind of die there. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do there. I shouldn't have obviously pushed like that, but I don't think I was aware that there was a full 3 stack behind that rock. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of triple stacking. Well, to be honest with you, when I first started playing this game mode, that's kind of the only reason I came back to the game, but it was not as sweaty as it is now. I think like there's a lot of kill grinding happening on this game mode now. A lot of players, like if they're not playing ranked, which is littered on console with cheaters right now anyway. It's probably the game mode they're playing. And yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, like just the sweaty lobbies, and some teams just really hold hands. It's very hard to play against. I mean, to each his own. I'm not gonna complain too much about it, but it does make things a lot harder, especially after the start of the game. Start of the game, you can kind of just go nuts and it's like a free-for-all type of thing, But as the games go on, like some teams just really try to sweat and go for the W, and in my opinion, that's not really what this game is about. I really enjoy just running around trying to kill people. Okay, so we are now moving on from the cage. This is kind of can be make or break for a good game or a bad game. You know, I have decent enough teammates this game, which is pretty huge in this game mode. No, it doesn't really matter in like a casual game mode like this how good your teammates are when you're solo queuing, but it can be pretty terrible if you have bad teammates even in this game mode. You know, like you're not going to make it very far in the game mode, and if you're trying to drop like high kill, high damage game, you really need teammates that can at least stay alive or play the game mode properly. Or if, you know, if they suck, if they're at least, you know, not even trying to fight, then it works out. But yeah, my teammates are pretty good here, and yeah, just lasting to the end of the game is super important. Like, say now I'm at 11 kills, trying to drop 20. 6 teams left, you know, as long as we're alive, we could farm kills for, you know, all the way to the final zone, you know, so there's tons of time to get all these kills. It really just depends, like I mentioned earlier too, if these teams are really sweating, it's gonna make it really hard. If they're all stacked and like sitting in one spot, which I think we do run into a little bit at the end here, but luckily those teams aren't that sweaty. They're just stacking on each other, and I have decent enough teammates that we could play together and kind of work our way around it. So things get a little bit hectic there. I was able to escape, luckily. Alter has some crazy abilities, and yeah, once again this gun is just kind of broken a little bit, but it's nice. Able to get the Bloodhound here. Last bullet. Teammates are both down again. See, there's a few points where this game could have just ended early for me. But luckily I'm able to just stay alive. Like, you gotta be pretty aware of your teammates, their timers, if they're up or down. Just gotta stay alive, that's the most important thing. And yeah, we'll head to the choke, over to the choke here. I go down, but luckily just in time for my teammates to come back. And I guess another important thing, now that I'm dead, instead of, you know, just sitting there waiting for my timer, I just gotta watch my teammates. I get to see where they're at, if they're safe, you know, like let's say they're about to run into like a 3-stack and like they get really hurt, then I'm not gonna want to land near them, right? But I see that they're pretty safe. One teammate's got a knock and a kill, so I'm just gonna land with them. And we will push up. We hear footsteps behind. We're gonna push up on Horizon and Wraith. I kind of make a boo-boo here. I should not be chowing. I got less health. Chowing in the open. Not a smart play, but happens. I was kind of hoping my Wraith would take my Q up with me, but that's alright. They're gonna get a reset, and I'm just going to bleed out here. There's more people coming. See if they could escape. If not, you know, at least I'm back quicker. So sometimes you just gotta make the call late game, whether to bleed out or not. Early game, usually it's just automatic, right? Just bleed out, get back quick. But late game, you just gotta have to think about it, see what the situation is. So we're back. I'm just gonna try to land close to the Wraith, and I think my observation in this situation, just kind of try to work around the outskirts of kind of the next zone. Make sure I'm not sticking myself in between two teams or something. So I'm just working the outside. I'm at 13, so I want to get 7 more kills to get my badge. And yeah, so just pushing back towards where all the fighting was happening earlier in the game. Able to get a knock there, able to get the elim. And yeah, keep pushing up. Get that orb. I think, yeah, just about go down here. I think this is where we get that gold R3. And that gun is kind of just the god gun, bro. I think its only downfall is like close range when you're hip firing stuff. It's you got better options out there, but this gun mid range is just a no recoil beast. So you give up the alternator for it here. Even though I love that alternator, bro, that gun did some damage this game. So here we're getting pressed a little bit, but I wanted to destroy that pad and that triple stack behind there. I know that they're in the zone, sorry, they're not in the zone, so we kind of just want to pressure them a little bit here. I get chopped from behind a little bit, so we're just gonna have to escape. One thing about fighting in zone and stuff, and when you're like that first POI, things kind of end and everyone's pushing out of zone, there's a lot of opportunity in those parts of the match. Things go really bad for you, but everyone's kind of low and panicking, so it's kind of a good time to, like, when I mentioned earlier, like, go nuts. Like, that's one of those times where you can kind of rack up kills, and even if you die, like, you're gonna respawn if your teammates are probably running towards the zone. So here, teammate goes down. I kind of figured like this team would make a mistake off their knock, so I just kind of sit there and let them make a mistake. So we're able to pick up a couple more kills there. I'm at 17 now, so I just messaged my team that I'm at 17, see if they want to help me farm or not. I've done that a few times when I'm trying to get a 20 veg, a wild card, and pretty much, like, I'd say 99% of the time my teammates are chill about it. They always just help me out, so it's chill. And another thing I wanted to mention, just staying alive to the end is probably the most important thing. Like, you could pop off even once in a while in this game mode off the start. Like, anybody could just pop off the start, you know? Like, you get 10 kills or whatever. Say you get 10 kills off the start of the game. If you just stay alive to the end of the game, there's gonna be kills to go around. So that is a pretty important thing, I would say. So we're like reaching the end of the game here. All I need to do is farm 2 more kills. I get this hound, he just slides down on me. Pretty easy kill. I think at this point of the game, I kind of made a mistake in my head. I thought this was the last team for some reason. I don't know why. But also there, I made a mistake. I was gonna full heal. I kind of just thought that guy was pushing up on me. And I wasn't sure if it was gonna be my last chance to get that kill or not. Because, like I said, I don't know, for some fucked up reason, I thought it was the last team. But anyway, that's my teammates telling them I'm 19, and then respawn back in 20 seconds. So in my head at this point, I'm kind of hoping that they like don't kill everybody on the final team. But if I realized that there were still 2 teams left, I would not be even slightly concerned. Like, you tell by the way this Ray's playing, like, she knows what's going on. She's playing really well. We have a good chance to win the whole game, so getting 1 more kill is probably not going to be a problem. So I kind of just land away from my teammates here. Just trying to box people in, take angles on them. So we get the knock there, pretty huge. Wraith is pulling up, so we finish that squad. At this point, in my head, I'm thinking that this is a solo here, so I like kind of wide swing. I know why I thought that. Dumb mistake. But either way, able to drop the 20, so pretty happy with it. Thought it was a pretty good game. Just wanted to share it, see if any of my advice could help anybody. I'd love it if it did. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Peace.